Communication compliance in Purview is a feature that helps organizations monitor and manage communications to ensure they comply with regulatory requirements and internal policies. It allows for the detection of inappropriate content, such as harassment and sensitive information, and helps maintain a safe and compliant communication environment. It comes with built-in playbooks out of the box. So this slide emphasizes the importance of integrating privacy measures within organizational tools. It highlights the need for balanced user privacy with the necessary controls to mitigate risk. The key three features presented is pseudonymization by default, granular role-based asset control, and audit logs. So a lot of compliance administrators, once they're troubleshooting something, they may be biased once they're looking into a user. So you have that pseudonymization, so it would block it. As you can see in the screenshot here, it doesn't give the username. By adopting these practices, organizations can enhance their security posture while respecting user privacy and ultimately fostering trust and compliance with the privacy regulations. So these are some of the broad range of communication risks some organizations might face. For instance, you have unauthorized disclosure can lead to significant damage to an organization's reputation, but corporate sabotage poses threats to operational integrity. And we have the regulatory compliance to help meet regulations around safeguarding data. And most recently, we have a new communication risk that most organizations are not aware of is AI, right? What the users enter into these AI apps and what attachments as you see, in terms of that communication. Which brings me to DSPM for AI. So DSPM, or Data Security Posture Management for AI, is a feature of Microsoft Purview that helps security teams understand the AI usage within the organization to discover data risk. It provides oversharing assessments to identify overshared sites and content and offers recommended actions to mitigate insider risk. So to get started with DSPM for AI, a few things that you must be aware of. So your endpoints must be onboarded into Microsoft Purview. So if you have endpoints already added to Defender for Endpoint, it's a seamless transition to onboarding into Purview. You can do that with Intune or Group Policy. So this would allow you to protect your data from leaking into AI apps. So as you've seen before in the virtual machine, that device is onboarded into Microsoft Purview. So it would protect the uploading of your confidential information into ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Google Gemini. And you could also extend it to Defender for Cloud apps. So if you have Dropbox, Google Drive, WhatsApp Web. Another key part of getting DSPM for AI to work is the Purview browser extension, which must be installed via Intune or Group Policy. This would discover the sensitive data in user interactions with non-Microsoft AI apps. So you won't be able to see the prompt exactly with the non-Microsoft AI apps, but within Microsoft 365 Copilot, you would. So if you have that license to sign, if you're using Copilot Studio, AI Foundry, any Microsoft AI apps, you'll be able to see the prompts the user is entering and the response. So move on to the next slide. So Microsoft is actually the first security provider to deliver comprehensive solutions for AI, including data security and compliance, security posture management, threat protection, safety systems, and governance capabilities across the Microsoft Copilots and agents and other enterprise AI, such as I mentioned, ChatGPT Enterprise, consumer AI, and custom-built AI apps. So here's the Microsoft Purview portal for DSPM for AI. You can gain visibility into data risk, such as sensitive data and user prompts, sensitivity labels referenced by Microsoft 365 Copilot, and insider risks by various apps. This solution also provides insights from Microsoft 365 Copilot, agents built in Copilot Studio, and popular SaaS AI apps. So you'd see the top sensitivity label referenced by Copilot, the sensitive interactions by department, interactions per app. And lastly, in terms of insider risk, you would see which apps are the top ones. So in Microsoft Purview, again, for the DSPM for AI, you gain visibility into data risk, such as sensitive data and user prompts, sensitivity labels referenced by Microsoft 365 Copilot, and insider risks by various apps. The solution also provides insights into, I think I mentioned that already. So we'll move on to the next slide, which is oversharing assessments. So what you can do with this is that you can help identify sensitive data at risk due to overly permissive access into platforms like SharePoint. These insights allow security teams to detect and correct data exposure risk before and after Copilot deployment. So pre-deployment, they reveal unlabeled files and high-risk access patterns, right? So pre-deployment, you'll be able to see which files within your SharePoint library is not labeled. And for post-deployment, they show sensitive items Copilot will reference, enable permission cleanup, and targeted label actions based on risk. So you see here in any slide, you would restrict access by label and also give you some step-by-step guidance on how to protect your AI data. So I'm going to pull up our interactive demo for DSP Pro AI. So start with data assessments. Next, you'll go to a SharePoint site. We'll see some of the items that was referenced. Under the Protect tab, you would see restrict access by label, restrict all items, similar to what I've just showed, right? And it will give you the step-by-step guidance of what needs to be done. So here we are in Copilot. This will be Copilot from Microsoft 365. The user is going to ask to find shield information for the company for the year 2025. So Copilot was able to find the document, which was authored by Irvin Ayers and last modified on Wednesday. But unfortunately, the document is protected by a label, so they can't provide information on it. Here's a custom app built by the organization, and the user is going to ask the agent to disregard or maybe change, I guess, what they're going to provide. So it's going to say, do anything now, as the name suggests. The agent could do anything now, freed from any typical confines of AI, to abide by any rules. So it could pretend to browse the internet, access current information, even if it's made up, right? So we're going to do a jailbreak on this agent. As you can see here, it's being triggered by Azure's OpenAI content filtering system, and this prompt is flagged as jailbreak. Now, to view these alerts, as I mentioned earlier, you could do it at two areas. You could look at your Defender portal, and it will come up as an investigation or an incident. So here you'll see the jailbreak attempt on your Azure AI model. You'll see your attack story. And with Security Copilot, if you have it enabled in your organization, to save time, it'll provide you with the incident summary as well as a guided response of what to do next. So going back in the Microsoft Purview portal, on the Compliance Manager. So you might see some familiar regulations here as well as the NIST framework and HIPAA. Microsoft is always updating these assessments and regulations so organizations can look into to apply the more updated improvement actions to protect the environment from the AI threat. So on the improvement actions, you'll see the list of actions. So you'll create a customized DLP policies, data minimization policies, data security baseline, non-compliant devices. It's quite a lot. Enable audit login. But for this example, what we want to look for is a centralized AI app management. And here's where you see it's referencing the data security posture management to be able to track, similar to what we just seen.